preparation for the economy of algorithms, which is all of the tool sets that allow me to do this, that eventually looks at using smart technologies to do the decision making. This is what changes the jobs market. And then down here, every company will then need to look at, well, I got to pay for this. So how do I pay for it? Because I need to move budget from one to the other. Well, the way you pay for it is you use technology that frankly is cheaper and more scalable than the infrastructure technologies and software technologies that we have used in the past. And when you go to this session, look at it this way. Extension of the architecture, analysis of what we need to do in an economy that is coming, and then how do we pay for it in terms of making what we have today more efficient. And that is really what these top 10 technologies are about as we move into the next couple of years. Then we get to what we proposed, which is the most important thing for businesses to think about. Because we talked about bimodal IT, but I could take it even further and say this is really about bimodal business. How do you get businesses to operate with running what they do now and linearly extending it so that they extend their revenue, and also make sure that they innovate, they're agile, they're creative, a completely different set of skills. And what most CEOs are struggling with is, how do I put together an organizational structure, leadership skills, talent, compensation models that recognize that I need both? Now, in IT organizations, talking to Gartner clients around the globe, 50% of them already have bimodal capability. And it's also true here in this region. You see many chief digital officers in this region, and you will see more. That is a way of saying there are some need for separation between what is innovation and creativity and moving things forward fast, and then what we need to do to run things in a stable and mature, secure environment. And the biggest challenge people have is, how do I do this and not tell one that it's better than the other? Because that's the natural instinct of human beings, is to say this is good and this is bad, when in fact what we need to do is to say both are good. If we don't have both, we fail. And so this is a leadership competency that we need to develop inside IT and also inside business. And then thirdly, we also need to think about all the technology providers and how they operate in this mode. Because, I'll use this. This is the press release, but just imagine this is a contract from your most favorable software provider. In mode 1, this contract will be able to distinguish things like, I know the cost of my customer, I can predict their needs next year, because it's fairly obvious if it is an infrastructure service or if it's an application development program that's a large program, I'll be able to distinguish it. So the contract will actually be something that illustrates that.